Happy New Year's Eve. I read 166 books in 2024, and some of them were so fucking good that they haunt me to this day. Here are the top 5 best fucking books I read in 2024. In 5th place is The Sunshine Court. Nobody fucking saw this book coming. Oh my god. I think it's absolutely insane that in the year 2024, Nora just came out of nowhere and was like, hey, there's gonna be another book in this series. Fuck you. And it's the start of a trilogy. Oh my god. This was just so heart-wrenching in so many ways. I was like near tears a lot of the time. Jean's story is just so sad, but I absolutely love seeing like the start of him becoming like a real boy, and it's like so wonderful to see like all of the other characters that you fell in love with the first series like kind of knew this in this new light. Like Neil, oh my god, we all knew he was crazy, but he's a little gremlin and I fucking adore that. And the complexity of Jean and Kevin's relationship, oh my fucking god, it makes me feel so much, and I loved this more than words can even say. I am so glad that we're getting a new trilogy. Just Nora, thank you for my life. 4th place, we have Only for the Week. I devoured this. I love this so much. Okay, so this is about Janelle, who like while at a destination wedding decides that she's going to let herself have a little bit of a stress relief with this really hot guy named Rome. And Rome just, oh my god, the things that this man would do for her, like anything and everything, he'll just go out of his way to give it to her. And I love how much he cherishes her, but I also love how she slowly grows to like let him cherish her and like let herself have this relationship. It's just so beautiful. It's wonderful. Rome made me believe in book boyfriends. I've said this a couple of times, but I've never once uttered the phrase book boyfriend until I met Rome, until I read about Rome, and I need this man biblically. Oh my god, I love this so fucking much. This was delightful, and this is like one of my comfort reads. I just fucking know it. In 3rd place, we have Hell Followed With Us. I wish I'd read this sooner because I loved it so goddamn much. This is about trans boy Benji, who like is part of a religious cult that did the apocalypse, and then they infect him with a virus that's going to turn him into like a monstrous angel so that they can finish off the apocalypse. Obviously, he doesn't want that, so he teams up with like a youth center's group of like queer kids in order to stop the cultists, and it is just so beautifully, wonderfully, horrifically written. I absolutely adore this. Like, first of all, you've got like this crazy gore and body horror like element with like the monstrous creatures, and then like the monster that Benji is slowly turning into, and then you've got like a little bit of like a budding romance that's kind of like trying to distract you from all of that as he's literally rotting apart. It's fucking amazing. And then on top of all of that, you've got the way that like this religious cult interacts with the monsters and the way they kind of like worship it, except not really, because obviously like they worship their one true god or whatever the fuck, but like it's just so interesting and like dynamic and like so fucking creepy. The horror elements of this are absolutely pervasive, and like the way Benji can't trust a single goddamn motherfucker, I loved it. I don't care that the ending was a little abrupt and weird. I loved everything else before that, and this immediately made me a fan of Andrew Joseph White. I can't wait to read every single book he ever publishes, okay? Because this was immaculate. 2nd place is Immortal Dark. This was a highly anticipated read for me this year, and it delivered on every single aspect. Oh my fucking god. This was like deliciously dark and beautiful and sumptuous. Oh, so this is about Kinan, who is searching for like her missing sister, and the search leads her to like this vampire named Susenyos, who is like bound to her family, and they basically hate each other so fucking bad, and they pull some like spy versus spy shit to ruin each other's lives, and it just like becomes this tangled mess of like, oh my god, do I hate him or do I want him? It's so fucking good. The twist this takes, and like this is truly like some gothic academia shit, because they are learning shit that is way above what I can fucking comprehend, but it is so like deeply entrenched to everything about like this vampire lore. It's just so fucking cool. The world building is amazing, and the twists and turns, I cannot wait for volume 2 because I am like on the edge of my seat. I need more of these two, but I also need more of the story of what the fuck is gonna happen next. This was fucking amazing. Oh my god. And in 1st place, we have Angels Before Man, and by extension Angels and Man. This book ruined my goddamn life. This had me thinking about things that I never wanted to think about again, and was awakening things in me that I had long since fucking buried. I was sobbing over whole passages of this. Lines of it, if I think about them too long, get me a little teary-eyed still to this day. I was screaming from the rooftops for everyone to fucking read this. I was grabbing my friends by the shoulders and shaking them until they read it, until one of them loved it so much that they decided that they're gonna do something that I actually can't talk about. But like, this was fucking amazing. So this is a queer retelling of the fall of Satan, and then this one is a queer retelling of like the Watcher's Flood, aka Noah's Flood, aka the time that angels came down to earth and were like, hey, what if we fucked humans? Don't fuck humans. But like, they're so beautifully, wonderfully, just heart-wrenchingly written. Like, it's such poetic and flowy and flowery language that's like viscerally just gets you in your heart, and you're like, oh my god, that's the most devastating thing I've ever fucking read. And then like the way that Rafa like experiments with writing, especially towards the end of like this first one, like the way that he is able to convey these crazy shifts in like a person's paradigm is just insane, and it broke me. It like shattered me to my foundations and built me back up. I cannot wait for the third one in this trilogy, and I know that's gonna ruin my life. So those are the best books of 2024. Special shout out for Don't Let the Forest In, which I did love a whole lot, but not more than a single one of the books on these lists. So like, where would I fucking put it? I had to do 5. It's gotta be a nice even 5. That's an odd number. Anyways, fantastic fucking year. I cannot wait for 2025 and to cry over new books and to sob over new books and to be really sad about new books. Are you sensing a theme? I have a theme. It's sad. If it doesn't make me cry, then why the fuck am I reading it? Also, don't wreck me any sad books. I don't want to cry anymore. I've got R Hut for that shit.